Welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline, and in this video I want to talk about what I think are some of the best niches to get into for quarter four. Q4 or quarter four is the last 3 months of the year, October, November and December, and within the e-commerce and online shopping space, it is usually the busiest time of year for sales. Most self-publishers will tell you that they make the most sales in quarter four. And why am I talking about it now? Well, you need to be prepared in advance. You can't wait until October and then start creating and uploading books, expecting them to immediately sell or start selling massive amounts of books in quarter four. You need to give yourself time to make the book, get it live on the Amazon marketplace, and then it needs time to get found by the Amazon algorithm. So you should ideally be looking at getting your books up now or within the next few weeks if you do want to try to take advantage of the quarter four sales. So what kind of books are the best ones to target for quarter four? When we think about what happens in quarter four, it's when all the major holidays are. So the first one is Halloween. So Halloween is end of October and is a huge market where some people make a lot of money with books based around Halloween. If we go onto Amazon and do a search for Halloween books, immediately it just brings up higher content books or kids books. But if we look for some low content books, something like Halloween coloring books, we can see that there are Halloween coloring books for adults, for kids, for toddlers. And at this point, it can be a little bit hard in terms of doing research into how many books might be selling and looking at bestseller ranks and all that sort of stuff, because we're looking at this in advance. And so because these books are seasonal, they will only sell throughout October or whatever holiday it is you're looking at and what month it is in. And so obviously if you're looking at them in advance, they're not really going to be selling at its maximum or at its peak yet. So you just kind of have to take it in the sense of knowing that these books will sell when that particular holiday or season comes up. And then once that holiday or season is over, it will die down. So in terms of doing your research to find out how much a book will sell, you're not really going to know that until that actual season or holiday comes up. So as I've just done a search for Halloween coloring book for adults, we can go through and see what kind of coloring books have already been uploaded, have been sold. The ones with a lot of reviews have obviously been sold in the past, over past Halloweens. You can have a look at how long they've been on Amazon. You could look at other types of books which possibly sell at Halloween. So we've got Halloween activity book for kids. And again, we just go through, see what's out there, see what's already up and has sold for previous Halloweens and what kind of content they have in them. If you're looking for something a little bit more simple, you could even see if there's any Halloween notebooks. There's actually quite a lot, over 4,000 results for Halloween notebooks. So if notebooks are what you're interested in or want to try targeting for a particular holiday, have a look, see what's out there and what has sold for previous Halloweens. So once Halloween is over, we start the ramp up to Christmas, where people are starting to buy a lot of gifts for Christmas. And this is the main selling time for quarter four. And it's what a lot of low content self-publishers and just a lot of sellers in general, this is sort of what they build up throughout the year in preparation for the Christmas holidays, because the amount of sales, the amount of things that people buy during this time, it's insane. It's the highest, one of the highest times of the year for sales. And people just buy so many gifts at this particular time of year. So this is where we need to look at what kind of books do people buy as Christmas gifts. Now, I do want to say I'm not going to be going through these books or these niches deeply or doing any kind of research on them and whether they are competitive or not, or whether they are a good niche to get into or not. In this video, I purely just want to give you a bunch of ideas of books that get popular over quarter four, ones that I think do the best in quarter four. And then if any of them interest you, you'll need to go and do your own research on whether it's a niche that you actually want to get into. So with that being said, what sort of books would people buy as Christmas gift? So that's where you have to have your mindset at when looking at what you want to sell in quarter four. Over Christmas periods, people are generally buying for other people as opposed to themselves as much. We need to look at what would somebody buy for someone else to give as a gift and what would would be appropriate to give as a gift. One of the most obvious ones is coloring books. It's one of the most popular niches on Amazon for low content types of books, and it's highly competitive as well. Everybody loves coloring books and wants to get into coloring books, and they are a gift that people like to give over Christmas. So coloring books sell very, very well over Christmas, and they can be in any coloring book niche as well as ones that are specifically targeting Christmas. So we have coloring books for people who might like flowers, or who might like horror, like this abnormality one here, or they might like coloring in animals. So there's those kinds of coloring books. Then there are actual coloring books that are specifically for Christmas. So creating a coloring book about animals or about flowers or whatever it may be, they tend to be an evergreen type of book, because even though they get bought a lot at Christmas or given as a gift, people can buy them throughout the year because they're not targeting a specific holiday. But there is also Christmas coloring books, which mainly would sell at Christmas. So we can see there's over 4,000 results for Christmas coloring book for adults. And again, we can't really take into account the bestseller ranks, which are showing here. These will all change as we get closer and closer to Q4 and as we get closer to Christmas. But we can see there's some really good coloring books here targeting specifically Christmas, which would pretty much only sell in Q4, unless you are a hardcore Christmas lover and you decide to buy it throughout the year. But majority of these books would only sell through Christmas. And we would have the same sort of thing for Christmas activity books, and I have just sort of been picking for some reason in the search results the adult ones, but obviously you have coloring books and activity books that target kids as well as adults, so it just depends on whether you want to create kids coloring books or adult coloring books. But we have a lot of results for Christmas activity book. These are probably super popular because kids are on holidays, parents need to find ways to keep their kids occupied when they're off school for that period of time, so that's probably why there are so many activity books, but it also probably is a niche that sells well. So one thing you will notice when you are targeting specific niches that are targeting holidays or seasons, they usually would have a lot of results compared to some of the evergreen niches, because it's a peak time and buying habits generally are higher than normal at a holiday. So even though there is what you would think is a lot more competition than normal, or a lot more competition as opposed to an evergreen niche, there is also a lot more people buying that particular holiday niche. The lower content type of books, so the books that pretty much don't have any work aside from some lined pages on the interior, see what has come up. So we have notebooks targeting Christmas, we have planners, so that is something else we could think about when looking at Christmas niches. People like to plan Christmas. Some people do massive Christmas family get-togethers and dinners, or they have a lot of family members to buy gifts for and things like that. So things like Christmas planners, where someone can record what they need to buy for food, what they need to buy for gifts, who they've bought for, what kind of holiday shopping they need to do, who they need to send Christmas cards to, and things like that. So logbooks and planners are also a good idea for a holiday like Christmas. That's something else that you could look into to see if there's a market for that, if there is a niche for that, what kind of books are already available on Amazon for those kind of niches as well. So what else is there? We can think about what kinds of hobbies people have that someone would like to buy a book as a gift for. So just trying to think of things off the top of my head, something that is really common are animal lovers. So if we just pop in cat lover, we even get here in the Amazon expanded search results, we've already got here cat lover notebook. So if you know someone who's crazy about cats, maybe they would love a notebook as their Christmas gift. Same for dog. Dog owners are very passionate about their dogs as well, possibly creating some notebooks or journals targeting dog lovers would make good Christmas gifts as well. Other hobbies people may have are things like sports. There are hundreds of sports out there that people can be really passionate about, that they would love a notebook or a journal, or if it's something like fishing or hiking that they're into, that's their hobby, you can have fishing logbooks, hiking logbooks, camping logbooks if camping is their their hobby that they're really interested in. Let's say someone loves running. Is there anything to do with running journals? There's a running journal logbook. Log workouts, improve runs. That could be a gift that someone may buy for somebody, or just a notebook of some kind. So a running logbook, when people want to note down their runs, how long they ran, how long it took them to run a certain distance. Similar for maybe something like cycling. People would probably like to have some sort of journal or logbook maybe for cycling and what rides they do or what rides they take. So think about things that people are passionate about when they have them as hobbies: sports, animals, pets, things like that. Something else that is big this time of year is Kris Kringle gifts or Secret Santa gifts, whatever it is called in your part of the world. But a lot of time these gifts are given with a low price point. So what I mean is, for example, at a lot of workplaces, they will do a Kris Kringle or a Secret Santa. So a group of co-workers at work decide to do a Kris Kringle with everyone in the office, and they will usually say that you only spend a maximum amount of money. So they might say you can spend up to $10 or to $15 on a gift for your Secret Santa. And this is where things like notebooks come into the picture, and sometimes people like to buy funny gag gifts as a Kris Kringle. So notebooks like this by Blue Ridge Art. Blue Ridge Art do very well with their notebooks. All their notebooks are this style, just this grey cover with white writing, and they just have funny sayings, funny quotes on their covers. And so that could be a funny gag gift to give to a coworker or to a family member or friend where they don't have to spend a lot of money on a gift. So be careful not to trip over my amazingness, it's everywhere. Or something like this, keep calm, I have a spreadsheet for that. If someone they work with is obsessed with Excel or something like that, something with a funny saying about a spreadsheet could be funny. See, even there when I just typed in gag notebook, it's got gag notebook for work has come up in the expanded results. So gag notebook for work is something that people are searching for on Amazon. So if it's a co-worker type of thing, one of these funny notebooks might do well as a Secret Santa gift. And then on the other end of the scale, people might like to just buy something really nice and pretty, especially if it is for a female. Even just a really nice looking notebook. Floral notebooks seem to do really well, or a journal of some kind, a gratitude journal or something like that. Some people love stationery. I'm one of those people. I love notebooks. I have a whole drawer full of notebooks that I just buy and haven't used just because I liked the covers on them. So just making something nice and attractive is something that could also work well as a gift. Essentially, what I am just trying to say is that you just need to think about what types of books people like to buy as gifts, and these are ones that will do really well in Q4 over the Christmas period. Now, that's not the end of the big buying in Q4 with Christmas once that's finished. Buying continues into the new year, and at this point we can look at things that people like to buy to start off a new year or a new beginning. So a major one is planners. I've just typed in 2022 there, and already there has come up search results for 2022 monthly planner, 2022 planner. Now, there might not be a whole amount on there right now because we're still only mid-year and people are probably just starting to get their planners onto Amazon now. But let's have a click on 2022 planner and we'll see what has already been put up. Planners is a major one. Planners are a big seller in Q4, especially if they're dated. I do feel like dated planners sell better than undated planners, and with undated planners they are a year-round sort of thing. So if you don't want to, or if you don't know how to make a dated planner, because a lot of work does have to go into them, getting the dates in there and making sure all your dates are correct as well. You can also create, or you can create, an undated planner. These have the potential to sell year-round as well, not just at the end of a year. Because of the fact they don't have dates, people can start using them at any point throughout the year. So if undated planners is something that you're interested in, just go through, have a look, see how they're laid out, what they look like, and see if creating one is something that would be more suitable for you if you don't want to create a dated planner. We also have, at the end or the beginning of a new year, we have people wanting to make a new start with the new year and the New Year's resolutions that they make. And a lot of time this will have to do with health, wellness, fitness. People love to use the start of a new year to start a new fitness routine, they want to get healthy, possibly lose some weight, and we can create logbooks that can help with this. So I've just popped in fitness log and we've got a heap of suggestions coming up. Fitness logbook workout journal. So you could look at doing a workout logbook or a workout journal, a fitness logbook and workout planner. So you could possibly combine a logbook and workout planner together. Fitness logbook specifically for bodybuilding. People are looking for a fitness logbook of a specific size over there as 4x6, and a fitness logbook, a daily workout journal, and then obviously one's targeting men and one's targeting women. If we take a look at fitness log, we can see what kind of books are under there, go through them, have a look what it is that people are actually logging in their exercise book, so you can sort of get an idea of what you would need to include in yours and what it is that people actually are wanting to track when they're tracking their fitness. We could also look at health logbooks too, so not so much about fitness and workout, possibly around health, wellness, specific illnesses or health issues that people might have that they want to track. Mood trackers, food diaries, so some people just want to track their food to see and to try and keep themselves on track for eating better in the new year. We could possibly look at weight loss journals for women, weight loss planners, weight loss logbooks, possibly weight loss journals targeting keto specifically, so you could drill down even further into specific diets that people like to do. Keto, plant-based, Atkins diet. There are so many different diets out there, so that's a way to drill down further into some niches that possibly might be a little less competitive than the overarching weight loss or health type of niche. Weight loss journal motivational, so this would need to have some sort of motivational content in there, whether that's motivational quotes or journal prompts or something like that to keep someone motivated on their weight loss journal. I feel like a lot of these types of books as well will be targeting females. It could be an idea to look at whether there is a market to target these kind of books at men as well. Women aren't the only ones who want to lose weight, but as you can see, the covers of these books are all quite feminine and aiming at women. And people also like to start the new year with a new passion for life and wanting to get the most out of life. And bucket list books are great books to give as gifts, as well as for people to just buy for themselves to start off the new year. There are some really popular books in this niche. You could differentiate yours a little bit by possibly adding some things in that these sellers don't. Just go through, see what's already included in those, maybe possibly providing a list of bucket list ideas. It could set your journal apart from the others, or your bucket list log apart from the others. You could make a bucket list specifically for one particular type of thing, so maybe just for traveling, or like this one, just for national parks or something like that. Some people do their bucket list as a couple thing, which could be a nice gift for a wedding or an anniversary or something like that. And then some of the bucket lists are just targeting individual people to fill out themselves. So these are some of the niches that I think sell really well in Q4. If you do want to get into any of the niches that are big for gift giving in Q4, like I said at the beginning of this video, you need to start working on those now and get them up onto Amazon as soon as you can within the next few weeks to a month, so that they are there, they are ready for Q4 to start and for when people start ramping up and actually getting into buying gifts. I hope that I have given you some ideas that you want to look into further, and I hope everyone has a great Q4. I'll see you in the next video.